If you would like to share, anyone, I can see Bharti, Bhumika, Chanchal, Isha, Pallavi. You can just raise your hand and you can unmute yourself.
It's just a casual introduction of you. You can like introduce yourself. Anyone? Anyone want to? I think Himanshi, we have to start by ourselves, and it will be, easier for them.
All right, no worries, no issues.
Okay,
Fine,
so
fine.
yeah, I sat by myself. Like as I told you that I am one of the educator here in Psychohub, and I had qualified UGC NET as well as GATE, and I make mocks examination. I teach here student for UGC NET as well as GATE. I create YouTube video as well for Psychohub, and I also created the material for paper one um, for them for the students. So yes, I help them whatever the queries they have and everything. Himanshi, to you.
Yes. Hi everyone. A very warm welcome and a very good evening. I just want to let you know that how's the Josh because आप लोग काफी quiet है. Don't worry, we are very excited. We'll let you know how you can actually achieve your goal and clear this exam UGC NET 2025 December cycle, and you will attain your JRF. A bit about me. I am a school psychologist and a school counselor as well. Along with that, I have qualified both UGC NET and I'm a JRF holder and UGC GATE 2025. Other than that, I have been a clinical intern in many of the institutions. Along with me being an educator, I love teaching. I am an educator at Psychohub Institute of Psychology and Wellness, and I'm taking this batch for this cycle. If you want to join in, we'll have some dates at the end of the session. All right, and we will not be starting this session without introducing our director, who is Sabah Sefi, who is the founder and director of Psychohub Institute of Psychology and Wellness. She is a counseling psychologist, certified psychotherapist, and is a certified psycho-oncologist who have qualified GATE twice and UGC NET PhD eligibility. With over 3 years experience, she has been working, closely with the kids under the supervision of senior NCRT professor. So she has been doing a wonderful job in providing material and curating the material for those who are actually who are wanting to prepare for and appear for majority of the M.Phil clinical entrance exams along with NET and GATE exams. So kudos to her. And before we start, anyone else who would like to, give a short, brief introduction about themselves? If no, I'll have to select a few, and, and then they'll have to be the scapegoat of
Uh,
self.
we will love to know that it is your first attempt, and how are you feeling, and if there is a second attempt, you can also tell, of course. So we would love to know
Like,
about all
what
these
is the
stuff.
aim? What are your hardships? We'll focus more on that. कि आपको दिक्कत क्या आती है in clearing this exam, or whether you're clueless about this exam. अगर
Hmm.
आपने लिखा है तो कितनी बारी लिखा है, and कौन सी units है जिसमें ज़्यादा परेशानी है आपको, so that we can focus more on those areas which you are actually looking for.
And
आपको
this
जिसमें
workshop will
ज़्यादा
help
चाहिए.
you in certain way, in your weak
Exactly.
ways. So anyone?
Hello, my name is Swastika,
Hello,
and
Swastika.
I've just hello, ma'am. So today is like not so good because it's officially December 1 and it's just 30 days left for our exams. So I've just post graduated and I gave UGC NET in this 2025 cycle, June 2025. The paper was very I felt it was easy because I did not even prepare for the exam. I just went and gave and I cleared that PhD wala criteria. बट आई फील कि इस बारी पेपर जून में थोड़ा पहले का ही काफी ज्यादा था, जबकि मैं प्रिपेयर करके भी नहीं गई थी कुछ, तो वो थोड़ा हो गया था। बट अभी दिसंबर के लिए आई एम वेरी नर्वस ऑनेस्टली, स्पेशली अबाउट स्टैट्स। मतलब ऐसा तो लग रहा है कि बाकी तो फिर भी थोड़ा थोड़ा रिवाइज करके ऐसे कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर करके हो ही जा रहा है, बट स्टैट्स कहीं ना कहीं बहुत ज्यादा ऐसा कंफ्यूजिंग सा फील हो रहा है। तो यही है अभी तो, थोड़ा एंजाइटी सा हो रहा है। आज ऑफिशियली दिसंबर फर्स्ट हो गया, आई लाइक रियली वांट टू क्लियर दिस एग्जाम। सो
No, no, no worries. I can certainly relate to your feelings because we have been through it. Me, Vaishali, have been through the same situation. And no worries. Since you have already given this exam, you already know ki what will be your weak areas and what to more focus on.
yes,
As you said, कि stats काफी difficult है, ऐसा नहीं है. Stat is much more easier if you actually focus on stats on these 30 days. You will actually
oh,
be able to, clear this exam and even make it to URF. All right? Don't
yes,
worry.
I'm hoping that the 30 days में मेरा
It
stats
will
हो जाएगा.
really help you, Swastika, if you start practicing PYQ for stats specifically right now, because it will clear your concepts for the exam.
Yes,
All right. Anyone else? Thank you so much, Swastika, for, opening up.
thank you, thank you.
Hi, ma'am. Adrita here. I have
Hello, Adrita.
post-graduated. Yeah, I have post-graduated last year, and I was giving UGC NET exams during my masters. So maybe 3 or 4 attempts already हो गए हैं. तो initially क्या होता था? Each time 2 mark, 4 marks ऐसे के लिए मेरा होता नहीं था नेट क्लियर. तो उसके बाद तो वो PhD का कट ऑफ आया. And I qualified the NET on December last year ka cycle. Then I was preparing for my M.Phil. That's why I didn't write for the June exam, but is where I am writing the December one, and I need to clear the JRF, but I am just lacking confidence. I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking कि इतने दिनों से सिर्फ M.Phil के लिए total I am feeling like that and M.Phil का question paper was totally different from the नेट का क्वेश्चन पेपर एंड बहुत डर लग रहा है बेसिकली. ऐसा लग रहा है कि मैंने फॉर्म तो फिलअप कर दिया, अभी एग्जाम लिखने जाऊंगी, क्या होगा नहीं होगा. एंड स्टैट्स इज अ वीक पॉइंट. मैंने जब वो लॉन्ग पैराग्राफ क्वेश्चंस आते हैं तो ना थोड़ा इतना बड़ा क्वेश्चन पढ़ने में तो बहुत कंफ्यूजन हो जाता है उसमें स्पेसिफिकली.
That's
Um,
totally understandable, Adrita.
your feelings are valid, Hadrita. I
Yeah, of
certainly
course.
understand. So no worries since you have already cleared net. आप dishearten मत हो, ठीक है? You will be able to clear JRF and focus on scoring the maximum. कट ऑफ क्या होगी क्या नहीं होगी आपका फोकस उस पे है. होता है यूजुअली स्टूडेंट्स का उसी पे होता है कि कट ऑफ कितना आएगा. 200 आएगा, 300, मतलब 200 आएगा, 210 आएगा, कितना आएगा. यू ट्राई टू आंसर द द मोस्ट करेक्ट आंसर्स. ठीक है. ट्राई टू आंसर द मोस्ट क्वेश्चंस करेक्टली. एंड कट ऑफ क्या आएगा कितना आएगा वो बात की बात है. जस्ट गिव योर बेस्ट. रिजल्ट आपके हाथ में नहीं है, आपकी मेहनत आपके हाथ में है. राइट. सो these 30 days, this is not for only Adrita, this is for everyone. For these 30 days focus on giving your best. burnout हो चुके हैं आप, आई नो. अभी नहीं रुकना है, नहीं थकना है, क्योंकि दिस इज द लास्ट स्ट्रेच दैट यू हैव टू वर्क अपॉन. ऑलराइट. एंड लेट्स मूव ऑन. आई नो आप सब अब ओपन अप होना चाहेंगे. विद मूविंग ऑन फर्दर एंड फर्दर, यू कैन speak in between and unmute yourself. All right, Vishali, please see to
Um,
it if someone wants to speak.
Pallavi raised her hand, Himanshi. I think she
Yes,
wanted to say
Pallavi.
something.
So I just wanted to introduce myself that yeah, I am Pallavi. I'm in my first semester of masters and this is my first attempt. So
Oh, pressure. I all the best. I
I
hope
All
आपका
the
mean
एक
very
बार
best,
में clear
Pallavi.
हो जाए.
I am actually very scared right now, and also you know what? I mean I have been preparing for it from long, but now in these now as in जब इतना कम time बचा है, it just I don't know what's happening. It just feels like I am forgetting everything. Like
Pallavi, this
that.
forgetting part happen now because हम क्या करते हैं, हम पढ़ते जाते हैं बट अभी क्या करना पड़ेगा आपको, ये लास्ट 30 days में यू हैव टू प्रैक्टिस विद द PYQs, अभी मॉक लगाना चालू करो, तब वो जो होता है ना भूल रही हूँ मैं, वो हट जाएगा फिर वो थोड़ा सा, तो कॉन्फिडेंस बिल्डअप होगा वहां से.
Exactly, ma'am. That's happening like the simplest stages question. Like every one of us who have been studying psychology from 11th knows. But now while solving the paper, I'm like, अरे ये था वो था. I'm getting confused, which is like making it more scary. Like what? I mean, how will it take place? And also, I'm not able to understand. Like I have heard people saying multiple times that analyze PYQs, analyze. I'm not actually able to get that. What analyze? Like what
एनालाइज
is
दिस थिंग पल्लवी दैट, देखो आप जब क्वेश्चन लगा रहे होगे ना, तो ऐसा होता है ना कि आपको टॉपिक कभी भी पता होता है कम्प्लीटली, कभी नहीं पता होता कम्प्लीटली, और कभी कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं हम. तो एनालाइज दिस थिंग दैट व्हाई दिस क्वेश्चन इज गेटिंग रॉन्ग, और इफ इट इज रॉन्ग देन व्हाट्स द रीजन, एंड मतलब मेरे को मैंने पढ़ा है, ये न्यू टॉपिक है, या मैं बार बार इस टॉपिक में गलती कर रही हूँ, आई नीड टू रिवाइज इट मोर. तो ये एनालाइज होता है, यहाँ से ये फायदा हो जाता है कि आपको ना जो पढ़ा होता है, जहाँ से क्वेश्चन लग रहे होते हैं, वो बार बार नहीं भी करोगे तो एक बार चल जाएगा, लेकिन जो वीक पॉइंट्स है ना वो अच्छे से पता चल जाएंगे.
oh, and ma'am, one more thing also, like I don't know what's happening. Like the topic I've studied, like I know it completely. I know it's theory. I know it completely. But when it comes to question, it's like I am not able to do it. Like oh, ये पूछ रहा था question में. It's happening.
Uh, Pallavi, what I am getting from you is that you are very anxious and very
हाँ,
stressed out regarding कि I will make this question incorrect or I will mark the wrong answer. You
एक
need
बार ना, एक बार एक
to
पेपर ऐसा
yes.
अटेम्प्ट करो हमारे कहने पे, दैट ये मत सोचो कि मेरे को क्वालिफाई करना है. नॉट आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट कि दिसंबर, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द मॉक वन, कि ऐसे अटेम्प्ट करना है कि बस मैं तो कर रही हूँ ऐसे मजे में, तब देखना अपना, यू नो, जस्ट सी द डिफरेंस बिटवीन योर दोज परफॉर्मेंसेस, आपको पता चल जाएगा हिमांशी क्या कहना चाह रही है यहाँ पे.
UGC NET is not a monster, all right. This is actually your key step wherein जो आपका पहला पड़ाव है, all right, into stepping into the academia, into stepping into becoming the assistant professor or enrolling into any PhD program. This exam you are writing and you are making your groundwork so that when you are sitting for an interview, either it's for a PhD interview or any job of a counselor or even फॉर योर असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर बनने के लिए जो भी आप इंटरव्यू दे रहे हैं, ये आपका बेस बना रहा है. आप एग्जाम मतलब एग्जाम एक हवा नहीं है. इट इज नॉट अ मॉन्स्टर, इट इज योर स्टेपिंग स्टोन. वो कहते हैं ना, जर्नी ऑफ 1,000 miles begins with a single step. ये सिंगल स्टेप आपने लिया है by thinking of preparing for this exam. After giving this exam you have a very long journey. However, at least आपका कुछ जो काम है, कुछ जो टेंशन है, कम हो जाएगी. अब डोंट वरी, वी आर हेयर टू गाइड यू. इफ यू नीड एनी गाइडेंस और थिंक कि हमारे ये टॉपिक वीक है, वो टॉपिक वीक है, we will roll out a form. All right, Vaishali, wherein students can actually write their doubts down, and we might, give a doubt clearing session to you all. All right.
Yeah, of course we
So,
can do that.
hmm,
अभी
help you all out.
in the workshop also we will tell you कि that we are introducing the practice course specifically oriented towards UGC net. तो वो सब भी हम लोग बात
And
करेंगे.
that
That
is
you
at
can
the
also,
end.
हाँ,
So let's
that is
begin.
also you can see.
Yes. So let's begin. So this is a general overview of what UGC NET Psychology exam is about. And let's hope कि ये जो हमारा next 30-45 minutes है, we will be attentive. And कोई question होगा, you can type it in the doubt in the box in call messages. And if you have any doubt, you can raise your hand and Vaishali will let me know. All right. So let's just understand the general structure and the syllabi of this particular exam, जिससे आप लोग बहुत डर रहे हैं. डरने की कोई बात नहीं है. It consists of paper one, which is your teaching and research aptitude, general aptitude, and paper two, which is your core subject, जो आप सबका psychology है ही. Paper one के भी 10 यूनिट है और पेपर 2 की भी 10 यूनिट है। ऑलराइट, 10 यूनिट्स ईच। आपके पेपर 1 के मार्क्स, वैसे तो टोटल मार्क्स आपका 300 है। हाउएवर पेपर 1 is of 100 marks and paper 2 is of 200 marks, which means पेपर 1 में आपके 50 क्वेश्चंस होते हैं। ये तो अगर इफ यू हैव अटेम्प्टेड द यूजीसी नेट एग्जाम और are preparing via PYQs or are attempting full length mock tests, तो आपको पता ही होगा ये। एंड देन पेपर 2 में यू हैव 100 क्वेश्चंस ईच। तो हर क्वेश्चन को कितने मार्क्स अलॉट हो रहे हैं? 2 मार्क्स। 2 मार्क्स फॉर ईच क्वेश्चन। ठीक है। एंड द ड्यूरेशन इज 3 आवर्स। तो 3 घंटे है, 300 मार्क का पेपर है और आपके क्वेश्चंस कितने हैं? क्वेश्चंस कितने हैं? 150 क्वेश्चंस। दैट मीन्स आप एक क्वेश्चन पे कितना टाइम दे सकते हैं? अराउंड 2 मिनट्स और इवन लेस देन दैट, क्योंकि फिर यू हैव टू विजिट एंड रिविजिट सर्टेन फ्यू क्वेश्चंस अगेन जो आपको नहीं आ रहे। कुछ क्वेश्चंस हो गए जो आपके 5 से 6 सेकंड्स में हो जाएंगे, कुछ क्वेश्चंस होंगे जो आपके 30 सेकंड में होंगे, एंड कुछ क्वेश्चंस होते हैं जिसमें यू हैव टू कैलकुलेट, यू हैव टू थिंक अ लॉट, यू हैव टू समटाइम्स यू गेट कंफ्यूज, तो उसमें आपका 1 से 1.5 मिनट चला जाता है, राइट? बट इवन इफ यू आर मार्किंग ऑल, आप इसमें क्वेश्चंस छोड़े ना। इट दिस इज नॉट लाइक अ गेट एग्जाम और एनी ऑफ द अदर क्लिनिकल साइकोलॉजी एग्जाम wherein there is negative marking, जैसे निम्हांस में they have 1/4 और 25.25% मार्क्स कट जाते हैं एक नेगेटिव मार्किंग, एक रॉन्ग आंसर पे। यहाँ पे नेगेटिव मार्किंग नहीं है। ये अभी तक मुझे पर्सनली लगता है कि सबसे अच्छी बात है, सो दैट ऑन सर्टेन फ्यू क्वेश्चंस यू कैन एक्चुअली टेक रिस्क and mark the most probable answer. All right. So let's talk about the, what do you say, syllabus. क्या है syllabus? Overview हमारा syllabus है teaching aptitude. This is for paper 1. पेपर 1 का आता है टीचिंग एप्टीट्यूड, जिसमें पूछे जाते हैं कि व्हाट इज टीचिंग, व्हाट आर द कॉन्सेप्ट्स, लेवल्स एंड ऑब्जेक्टिव्स, इवैल्यूएशन सिस्टम्स क्या होता है, लर्नर के कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स क्या होते हैं, एक अच्छे टीचर के कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स क्या होते हैं, फैक्टर्स दैट आर अफेक्टिंग टीचिंग, मूक्स, मैसिव ओपन ऑनलाइन कोर्सेज क्या क्या होते हैं, एंड देन दे ऑल्सो आस्क टीचिंग मेथड्स इंस्टीट्यूट्स में कैसे होते हैं, मॉडर्न एंड आईसीटी बेस्ड लर्निंग कैसी होती है। All right, then moving on, we have research aptitude, research. जैसे कि हम साइकोलॉजी स्टूडेंट्स हैं, आई फेल्ट दैट कि इफ आई एम स्टडिंग रिसर्च इन साइकोलॉजी, मुझे पेपर 1 का रिसर्च करने में इतनी कोई परेशानी नहीं आनी चाहिए और नहीं ही आई थी। ऑनेस्टली स्पीकिंग, आई न्यू कि रिसर्च क्या है, स्नोबॉल सैम्पलिंग क्या है, कन्वीनियंस सैम्पलिंग क्या है, व्हाट इज काई स्क्वायर की कोवेरिएशन क्या होती है, कोवेरिएंट क्या होता है, व्हाट इज अ वेरिएबल, वैलिडिटी क्या होती है, एंड रिसर्च एथिक्स क्या है, हाउ टू राइट अ थीसिस, व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट मेथड्स, सैम्पलिंग मेथड्स क्या है, क्वांटिटेटिव एंड क्वालिटेटिव methodology, because in my psychology paper, I have unit 2 as my research and statistics in psychology only, right? Yes. एक रिसर्च कंडक्ट करने के स्टेप्स क्या होते हैं, क्या एप्लीकेशन है, एंड अदर इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग्स। ऑल राइट, देन मूविंग ऑन, व्हाट डू वी हैव? कम्युनिकेशन, दिस वेरी इजी, आई वुड से यूनिट इन पेपर 1, यू कैन डू इट इन 1 डे। ठीक है, तो व्हाट इज वर्बल नॉन वर्बल कम्युनिकेशन, हायरार्की क्या होती है, कम्युनिकेशन प्रोसेस क्या होता है, प्रोसेस ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन। ऑलराइट, बैरियर्स टू कम्युनिकेशन, मास मीडिया एंड सोसाइटी। इस बारी क्या हुआ था यूजीसी नेट में इन दिसंबर 2025, जून 2025, they started asking about films. कौन सी फिल्म है, आलम आरा है कि, या फिर किस फिल्म ने कितना बजट करा, ये वो वेरी रैंडम क्वेश्चंस एंड दे सेड दैट इट इज कमिंग अंडर मास मीडिया कम्युनिकेशन. सो ऐसे स्टंट्स बहुत ही कम होने चाहिए आई फील इन यूजीसी नेट, बिकॉज क्योंकि सपोज वो एक क्वेश्चन, वो जो 2 मार्क का क्वेश्चन है, दैट कैन इधर मेक और ब्रेक योर कट ऑफ, आई पर्सनली फील. ऑलराइट, सो ऐसे क्वेश्चंस से घबराना नहीं है. And sometimes when that questions actually came, like ऐसी कौन सी फिल्म थी जिसका रेवेन्यू सबसे ज्यादा था इन 2024, एंड सर्टेन सम क्वेश्चंस लाइक दिस जिनका कोई सर पैर नहीं था, बट उन्होंने जस्टिफिकेशन ये दी थी कि ये मास मीडिया के अंदर है, तो उन क्वेश्चन से घबराना नहीं है, डरना नहीं है. फोकस ऑन दोज क्वेश्चंस which you actually know and are actually well versed about. Then we have comprehension, reading and comprehension passages. ये I feel 10 marks आपके फ्री के. You can easily get 5 on 5 on this. ठीक है, आपके 5 में से 5 क्वेश्चंस बहुत आराम से हो सकते हैं. जस्ट प्रैक्टिस. प्रैक्टिस मेक्स अ मैन परफेक्ट. प्रैक्टिस जितना करोगे बेटा, वेदर इट्स रीडिंग कॉम्प्रिहेंशन जो बहुत ही इजी लगता है, बहुत ही मंडेन सा टास्क लगता है हमें कि अच्छा सिर्फ हमें पैसेज ही तो पढ़ना है. However, you will see the difference after you have done 10 to 15 paragraphs and then attempting the exam. आपको बिल्कुल भी टाइम नहीं लगेगा टू रीड द पैसेज, क्योंकि आपको पता है कि हाउ यू कैन एक्चुअली परफॉर्म गुड. व्हाट आई वुड सजेस्ट फॉर डूइंग कॉम्प्रीहेंशन, कभी कभार कुछ बच्चे होते हैं ना दैट हम क्या है, हम स्लो रीडर्स हैं मैम, हम बहुत धीरे धीरे पढ़ते हैं. आपके लिए ट्रिक ये होगी बेटा, फर्स्ट रीड ऑल द क्वेश्चंस. रीड ऑल द क्वेश्चंस. Read all questions of the exam paper? No, read all questions of reading comprehension. Read all the questions of reading comprehension, those 5 questions, and then with that mindset कि मुझे इस question का answer ढूंढना है, read that paragraph. All right, time save होगा, and जैसे जैसे आपको answers मिलते जाएंगे, you can actually mark it. Pen and paper से better I feel like that CVT exams होते हैं, because you can actually go back and forth and change your answers if you can. However, I would not recommend ki revisiting a question again and again and again and getting confused. All right, have faith in yourself. आपने जो सबसे पहले मार्क करा है वो ही सबसे मोस्ट प्रोबेबल आंसर है आपके लिए. ऑल राइट, देन ये इससे बहुत डरते हैं साइकोलॉजी वाले बच्चे, मैथमेटिकल रीजनिंग एंड एप्टीट्यूड, जिसमें नॉर्मल नंबर एंड सीरीज कोडिंग होती है. यू हैव सिंपल इंटरेस्ट, कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट, है ना, कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट एंड परसेंटेज, परसेंटेज एंड रेशियो का ये सब है. आई वुड सजेस्ट कि आप लोग ये टॉपिक्स करें, स्पेशली मैथमेटिकल रीजनिंग एंड एप्टीट्यूड. वाई? उससे आपकी थोड़ी मैथ स्ट्रांग होगी. प्रैक्टिस द PYQs, सी कि कैसे क्वेश्चंस आ रहे हैं एंड हाउ यू कैन फोकस मोर on your calculations. My suggestion, learn the tables. आई नो आप 6th या 7th क्लास के बच्चे नहीं है, हाउएवर लर्न द टेबल्स. 1 से लेकर 13 या 14 तक लर्न कर लो, बेटर रहेगा, अच्छा रहेगा, कैलकुलेशन फास्ट होगी. और राइट, कभी कभी गलत कैलकुलेट भी कर लेते हैं हम, राइट. देर आर ऑल्सो क्वेश्चंस रिगार्डिंग टू ट्रेन, स्पीड, डिस्टेंस, टाइम. ऑल राइट, देन यू हैव डेटा इंटरप्रिटेशन. अब डेटा इंटरप्रिटेशन के मैं पहले वाले पेपर्स का कह सकती हूँ कि हाँ, अर्लियर दीज वर ऑल्सो 10 marks फॉर फ्री. जो पहले के क्वेश्चंस थे 10 marks फॉर फ्री आते थे. हाउ एवर वट आई फील, इस बारी आजकल कैसे क्वेश्चंस आ रहे हैं, मोर कैलकुलेटिव, मोर टाइम टेकिंग. इफ यू डोंट नो द फॉर्मूला ऑफ यू नो टेकिंग ऑफ कैलकुलेटिंग अ परसेंटेज कि इतने इतने 100 लोग हैं एंड इसका 3% कितना होगा. If you don't know the formula, if you don't know how to actually calculate a percentage of a given number, then you cannot do that. इसलिए you need to focus on your maths so that you are able to do the data interpretation questions. रेशो कैसे निकाल सकते हैं हम? अगर रेशो ए रेशो बी है तो बी रेशो ए कितना आएगा या फिर व्हाट नॉट. एंड द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग इन डेटा इंटरप्रिटेशन इज कि हमें डेटा लेना कैसे है, न्यूमरेटर कौन सा होगा, डिनोमिनेटर कौन सा होगा, राइट? जैसे कि ये है एक्स वाई जी एंड यहाँ पे कुछ भी डेटा दे रखा है, ठीक है, 25 90 सो ऑन. सो आई शुड बी क्लियर कि मेरे से एक्चुअली पूछा क्या जा रहा है, राइट? ऑल राइट. सो earlier what I used to do is, and I only used to clear net वाला कट ऑफ, ठीक है. I have given this exam 3 times, 3 times. एंड मैं आपको क्या ही बताऊं कि इस बारी आई हैड गिवन अप. आई वाज लाइक जो होगा देखा जाएगा. आई डोंट हैव द strength, mental strength to actually reappear for that exam. And by God's grace I actually cleared that exam on the very margin. मतलब जितनी JRF की कट ऑफ थी उस पे ही उतना ही स्कोर आया था मेरा. इस बार तो स्कोर कट ऑफ भी बहुत ज्यादा आई थी. आई डोंट नो व्हाई, बट एनीवेज दैट एक्चुअली शोज द कंपटीशन. दैट एटली शोज कि आप कौन से समुद्र में तैरने जा रहे हो और वहां पे कितनी बड़ी फिशेस हैं. ऑलराइट. सो अगर आप बस ये सोच रहे हैं कि हाँ इतना कर लेंगे तो हो जाएगा, इतना कर लेंगे तो हो जाएगा, ऐसा नहीं है. माइंड यू कि दिसंबर का पेपर टफ आता है जून साइकिल से. ऑलराइट. सो अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल might be giving this for fun, but since you are here, आपने आपने सोचा कि हाँ हम ये वाली क्लास अटेंड करते हैं, so you are in the right hands. You actually have the upper hand from those people who were going to take this exam very casually. All right. Moving on, we have logical reasoning जिसमें आती है analogies, Venn diagrams क्या होते हैं, ठीक है. एंड देन यू हैव इंडियन लॉजिक. इंडियन लॉजिक से बहुत क्वेश्चंस आते हैं, व्हाट इज कंडक्टिव एंड डिडक्टिव रीजनिंग एंड कॉनोटेशन डिनोटेशन अलोंग विद दैट प्रमाणास. प्रमाणास क्या होता है? अनुमान, प्रत्यक्ष शब्द, उपमान, अर्थपत्ति, अनुपलब्धि, ये सब आपको पता होने चाहिए. एंड देन देयर इज वन मोर थिंग आई एम फॉरगेटिंग, वो जो फॉर्मल और
Um,
इनफॉर्मल,
yeah, the reasoning part.
फॉर्मल एंड इनफॉर्मल यूरिस्टिक्स तो नहीं होते, वो क्या होते हैं? आई एम फॉरगेटिंग द टर्म.
Um,
विशाली हेल्प मी आउट.
reasoning ही तो होते हैं, formal and informal reasoning, and that जो weights plus religions, ये बहुत ज्यादा आजकल आ रहा है.
हम्म.
वेद एंड आपके उपनिषद पूछ रहे हैं आजकल, और योग.
दैट कम्स इन साइकोलॉजी यूनिट 1.
हाँ, 8 limbs of yogs आ रहे हैं.
साइकोलॉजी सिलेबस है वो.
नहीं नहीं, पेपर 1 में भी आ रहा है आजकल. वो आया था ना अष्टांग योग वाला क्वेश्चन लास्ट टाइम.
तभी.
हम्म.
ठीक है. इंडियन लॉजिक, सो फोकस मोर ऑन इंडियन लॉजिक एंड इंडियन साइकोलॉजी. ऑलराइट, बिकॉज आई फील कि उससे बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस आ रहे हैं, ठीक है. एंड देन इवेल्युएटिंग इंडक्टिव एंड डिडक्टिव रीजनिंग, यहाँ पे लिखते हैं कॉनोटेशन, डिनोटेशन. Then there is one square square of, बताइए. हाँ, जिसने पेपर 1 पढ़ा है वो बताएगा. स्क्वायर ऑफ, क्या कर रहे हैं बच्चे? ऑपोजिशन. गाइस, यू नीड टू पुल अप योर सॉक्स. ऑलराइट. इन सब से क्वेश्चंस आ रहे हैं, क्वेश्चंस आएंगे आपको. वो या अगर आपने पेपर 1 के PYQs लगाए, आपने वो देखा, AEIO, ठीक है. अगर A फॉल्स है.
Himanshi,
हम्म.
sorry to interrupt, but just try to talk in English because there are certain people who can't able to understand Hindi completely.
All right. Actually, Sava ma'am told me that I have to be bilingual and have to consider all the people.
Yeah, just try to be in English. So, or maybe you can repeat also. I did this in class in
I'm
English
doing
and
that
Hindi.
on everyday basis.
Uh-huh.
Anyways, then we have information ICT. All right, this is a very fun, what do you say, unit. इसमें क्या आता है? Herein you actually, get I don't remember that, but you have to calculate the bits, and you also have to focus on storage. You also have to focus on, what is CD, compact disc, and other
Printers,
hmm,
types of printers.
printers. Very, very random things they ask. Input and output devices, yes.
Yeah.
Input and output devices. Q put नहीं output.
And वो कौन सा था? I forgot the terminology. Generation, yeah.
Ah, computer gens.
Hmm.
What is internet, intranet, email, क्या होता है, video conferencing and other things. So this is a very general overview of what exactly do these units curtail to. ठीक है, क्या-क्या पढ़ सकते हैं आप इसमें. We can actually, tell what are the important topics that were asked in this in the last cycle. And then you have higher education system. I hated this unit personally, but hey, this actually helped me to, score better. What are the policies, evolution of higher learning and research in post-Indian independence? Important. Name of certain institutions and, institutions of higher learning, along with what is the Oriental method, conventional method, and non-conventional learning programs in India. All right.
It's a better advice for you that you start by pre-independence and post-independence and make a flow chart. Like what kind of commission come because it comes always in different formats. So because this unit is very important in that context.
Uh, कैसे क्वेश्चंस आ सकते हैं? What I remember from higher education, you have, that stages वाला questions. I think Pallavi or someone else was saying that stages याद नहीं होते और sequence ascending या descending order में what happened first, after this क्या हुआ, after this क्या हुआ, which institution came into existence first, then what happened, then what happened. All right. That kind of questions can be asked. And regulatory bodies for certain education, जैसे कि टीचर्स प्रोग्राम्स के लिए कौन सा है. Then you have, post grad. जिस पोस्ट ग्रेड के लिए यूजीसी होता है, along with टेक्निकल डिग्री प्रोग्राम्स जिसके लिए आई सी ए सी ए आई सी टी ई. यस. ऑल राइट. Moving on, our main focus for today is syllabus overview of psychology. Psychology में कितने units आते हैं? How many units are there in psychology? We have 10 units. In this units में से mostly what people focus on, mostly what students actually focus on is ये वाला. ये तो बहुत ही प्यारा है सबके लिए. And somewhat this. ये वाले छोड़ देते हैं. They don't study this. How many of you of you are like that? How many of you are actually like that? कि कुछ कुछ कर लेते हैं, इसको तो हम हाथ भी नहीं लगाएंगे. We won't be, even हम इसकी तरफ देखेंगे भी नहीं. This is a big no-no for us. This unit. डरते सब है इस यूनिट से, पर इसको नहीं छोड़ना है. You don't have to, leave this unit. All right. In emergence of psychology, I would suggest you to focus on the Indian psychology more. Psychology, along with Western and Eastern influence. All right. Research methodology and statistics. Everything is important. You cannot leave this unit. If you are thinking of leaving this unit, then it is up to your discretion and your risk. Psychological testing, reliability. Then we have validity. Then we have types of tests. All the tests actually come into this psychological testing that, neuropsychological test batteries or intelligence testing, personality testing, and whatnot. All right. So, very important units, scoring units, easy units. Biological basis, central nervous system, peripheral nervous system. Then you have your split brain, imaging techniques.
Neurotransmitters.
Yes, imaging techniques. You have neurotransmitters, hormones, neurohormones. Then you have sleep cycle.
ओ एंडोक्राइन सिस्टम का पार्ट में आ जाएगा ना सारा.
Agree. Then we have attention, perception, learning, and memory. Learning में all the theories of learning. Very important. Classical conditioning, operant conditioning, social learning theory of Bandura. Memory में you have um, short-term and long-term memory, then theories of memory. Then there's also forgetting memory में. Retroactive and proactive forgetting, right? Then you have unit 6, thinking, intelligence, and creativity. Intelligence में all the theories along with intelligence tests. Very important. Creativity में सारी creativity की theories. Then Storen's test of creativity. Along with thinking में you also problem solving. All right. Personality, all the theories of personality. However, the most prominent, I would say, Freud.
Plus all the
Motiv
personality test.
yes, all the tests. I would change the pen color. Motivation में theories of
The blue
motivation.
one is not visible, Himanshi.
अच्छा. Uh, now is it visible? I think I'll go with green.
I can go with black or something.
No, I'll stick to that only. Apologies for wasting your 1 minute. All right. Motivation, theories of motivation and emotion. Emotion में सारी theories आपकी है. If you can name the theories, I will tell Sabha man to give you a discount. कौन कौन सी theories है? We have.
James Lang theory,
All right. Very
Cannon-Bard
nice.
theory,
James Lang,
cognitive, Cannon-Bard,
Cannon-Bard. Very good.
facial feedback,
Facial feedback. अरे वाह. एक और है.
and cognitive mediational and two-factor theory also.
टू फैक्टर थ्योरी को और क्या
Stat,
कहते हैं हम?
stat, I can't, Status
Shaktr
Singer
Singer
something.
theory. Shaktr Singer theory. All right. Very
Yeah.
nice. कौन था ये?
Swastika. Very good, Swastika.
Very nice. I'll have a word with them. Don't worry. But good. The fact that you
Thank
are
you.
actually able to know these theories actually shows कि आपने preparation कर रखी है. Good, Swastika. Very nice. Good, what do I say? Participation.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you,
All
ma'am.
right. Then we have social psychology. This is a very easy unit. I would suggest अगर आपने कुछ भी मतलब if you want to revise or anything, you can start with social psychology. Very fun, very informative. Actually, all the units are informative, but this will not be content heavy for you. All right. And then you have developmental psychology, जो आप
And in the social psychology, there's all, matlab, there are certain topics which comes like every time, like
every time.
conformity, obedience, इनकी theories हो गई.
Hmm.
So it is very good on the that thing ना क्या बोलते हैं उसे compliance techniques. They come
Yes.
every time. So it will be scoring for you. Assertion reason में भी आ जाएगा, reasoning में भी आ जाएगा. It will be scoring.
Then we have because the questions are comparatively easier, I feel. इतने confusing नहीं आएंगे. Not many confusing questions can be made from this. However, then we have developmental psychology जहाँ पे wherein we talk about human development and the disorders. जो आपके disorders है,
Cluster
disorders.
therapies.
Yes, plus therapies. वो सारे आपके यूनिट 9 में आ जाते हैं. All right. Lastly, we have emerging areas. Emerging areas में positive psychology along with forgetting the name of the tests. Uh,
Neuropsychological.
नहीं नहीं value
Oh, the characteristic virtues,
virtues.
strength
जिसमें से
and virtue. हाँ.
virtues by Peterson. Along with there was one more test. I'm forgetting the name, but
Strength,
yes,
strength, characteristic strength.
virtues and strengths.
Hmm.
VII classification. Yes,
हाँ. I also forgot the name.
it's been a while. All right. All right. Along with it, certain concepts of, abuse, euthanasia. Then you have POXO से काफी questions आ सकते हैं. POXO?
Acts you कर लो
Hmm?
direct. Mental health acts आजकल आ रहे हैं.
Hmm.
प्लस साइबर साइकोलॉजी पे भी क्वेश्चन आ रहे हैं आजकल.
Yes. Cyberbullying. What is bullying? Then you have abuse. Along with it, there is one वो ecosystem Bronfen Binners वाला वो इसी में आएगा.
Brown
Then
Ferret's classification, ecological classification.
ecological classification. जिसमें मैक्रो सिस्टम माइक्रो सिस्टम मीजो सिस्टम क्रोनो सिस्टम सब आ जाता है. देन एक चीज है जो पूछी थी स्टैट्यूटरी रेप आई थिंक दिस वाज क्वाइट न्यू फॉर मी आई हैड नो आइडिया. देन देयर इज कैंसर एंड इम्यूनो immunopsychology or cytochemistry, what do you say, wherein you actually study the hormones or the cells that actually CD4 and CD8 cells, and you also read about blood
Immunocytology,
circulation, immuno,
cytology, cyto.
cytology. Ari? Okay, it's glitching. I don't know if it's visible to you. Immunocytology. All right. ये सब आ रहा है बट वट एवर आई हैव रिटन आउट हियर इससे ज्यादा भी आता है बिकॉज द सिलेबस फॉर साइकोलॉजी इज मच मोर वास्ट compared to syllabus of unit paper 1. Let's try to, answer a few of the questions that we have. PYQC है ये, ठीक है? Anyone who would like to give it a try?
It will be practice for everyone that you can, try or put the answer in the chat box. It will be helpful for you. It will be like a practice session. So I'm getting answers.
Hmm.
C, test, retest, test, retest.
All right, so let me just read the question. So, when a psychological test shows consistency across time का मतलब है after a sufficient time period has already passed. ठीक है? Has already passed. So, which type of reliability is indicated? Split half, parallel forms, test retest, or inter retest. So, your correct answer is actually test retest reliability. How so? Let's understand what is reliability first. Reliability होती क्या है? You can say it is the consistency of scores or self-correlation of the test. If a test actually gives you stable or consistent scores each time you have taken the test, we can say that it is reliable. इसके कितने main types होते हैं? Firstly, let's say that we have test retest. टेस्ट रीटेस्ट में टेस्ट रेस्ट नहीं रेस्ट तो हमें चाहिए बट टेस्ट retest reliability. What exactly happens? It actually measures the stability of test over a period of time. Or as the question says, across time. Anyone who can tell me कि कितने टाइम पीरियड देते हैं हम मिनिमम
One midnight, I think.
Could you
मिडनाइट नहीं
please
बेटा
pass me the?
फोर्टनाइट
It's 14
हाँ,
days.
fortnight. Sorry, sorry. Yes, one fortnight.
यस वन फोर्टनाइट वन मिडनाइट तो
Sorry,
चलो इट्स ऑल
sorry,
राइट इट्स
sorry.
ऑल राइट
Yes.
मेरी मिस्टेक इट्स फाइन ठीक है so how it is checked we give the same test to the same group twice after a gap and then correlate the two sets of scores ठीक है sometimes you want to test it for intelligence test personality test में हम देखते हैं कि कुछ आया नहीं है और intervention के लिए हम देखते हैं whether the intervention that we have given to a person whether it's working on them or not suppose a person A is suffering from depression then we give them a test back depression inventory and then we give them therapy for fortnight and so and then retake the test and see that the score has already decreased so we can say that actually yes our therapy is reliable or the test is also reliable क्या weakness आ सकती है इसमें what exactly is the weakness in test retest reliability they can be practice effect हो सकता है ठीक है and the memory effects of short interval and they can also be change in participants. Then what do you have? You have parallel form. Parallel form को हम क्या कहते हैं? We also say that as alternate form reliability. Alternate form reliability क्या होती है? It is consistency between the two equivalent version. मतलब the same test has an alternate version to reduce the practice effect of that test retest reliability that gives us. ठीक है? So we actually have two different versions. फॉर्म ए है सपोज and form B. They are actually equivalent. All right. So, what weakness do you think that parallel form will actually have? It is very hard to create, equivalent tests. It is very time taking. All right. नेक्स्ट वी हैव इंटर-रेटर रिलायबिलिटी. इंटर-रेटर रिलायबिलिटी में क्या होता है? इंटर-रेटर वी हैव टू और मोर इवेल्युएटर्स. All right. So, suppose two psychologists observe and score at the same time and they try to, correlate or compare their ratings. ठीक है? This can actually be used in behavioral observations, coding qualitative data, or even scoring clinical interviews. कौन-कौन से indicators use कर सकते हैं हम? Cohen's kappa, Cohen's kappa. All right, and you can also use, item characteristics curve, but it's fine. Then you have internal consistency reliability. Internal consistency में आपका एक आ जाता है split half reliability. Where can I write? इधर लिखती हूँ. Internal consistency में आता है split half reliability. What happens in split half reliability? You actually divide the test into two equal halves. It can either be first 20 questions and then next 20 questions, or we are trying to actually find consistency within the test. ठीक है? Internally, how the test items correlate to each other and are reliable. ठीक है? So in split half reliability, we are trying to correlate both the halves. And इसमें आपका यूज होता है Spearman Brown formula. Then we have Cronbach's alpha, which is most widely used to measure reliability and indicates if all the items work together or not. All right. Yes. Let's move on to the next questions. चलिए पढ़िए.
I just get one answer.
Okay, we only got one answer till now.
Yes.
Guys, read.
Read
Okay,
the
I'll
question.
read.
Okay,
I'll
yeah.
read.
Yes, one more answer.
Okay. So, in a cloth store, Tarun was deciding about whether to purchase or not a dress whose cost was coming to be rupees 4,000. Okay, Tarun is buying a dress. That point, the salesperson suggested that if he purchases clothes amounting 5,000, मतलब 5,000 रुपए का अगर वो सामान लेता है, he would get a t-shirt free of cost. ठीक है? So in this situation, which of the following techniques has been used by the salesperson to influence Tarun? मतलब आप एक चीज ले रहे हो, you are buying one. If अगर आप एक चीज ले रहे हो तो आपको एक चीज फ्री मिल रही है, you know? So ये एक पे एक फ्री का ऑफर में that's not all technique. All right. So you see this is actually a 2025 question, June 2025 question. ठीक है, इजी है, रीड करने में टाइम लगा. हाउएवर इफ योर कॉन्सेप्ट्स आर क्लियर यू विल बी एबल टू आंसर इट इन 5 to 10 seconds. ठीक है. सो व्हाट एग्जैक्टली, लेट्स टॉक अबाउट कंप्लायंस. कंप्लायंस होती क्या है? इन चियार्डिनी ने हमें बहुत सारी कंप्लायंस टेक्निक्स बताई है बेस्ड ऑन वेरियस यू नो on the social influence. So compliance actually refers, or compliance is actually to the change in behavior that happens due to a response from a direct request that an other person gives. Not necessarily from group pressure, but हम मना नहीं कर पाते. We are unable to deny someone about the request that they have made. ठीक है? So it is a part of social influence along with obedience and conformity उन्हीं के साथ आता है, and in compliance the individual agrees without any internal attitude change. मतलब internally they don't want to do it, however for the sake of the person they're actually doing it. ठीक है. सो इधर कौन कौन सी टेक्निक है? वी हैव फुट इन द डोर टेक्निक. फुट इन द डोर टेक्निक में क्या होता है? यू एक्चुअली स्टार्ट विद अ स्मॉलर रिक्वेस्ट, देन फॉलो विद द लार्जर रिक्वेस्ट. Suppose request, then follow with a larger request. चलो मैं आपको इसका जनरल मीनिंग है. फुट इन द डोर. सपोज यू एक्चुअली कम होम फ्रॉम योर कॉलेज एंड सी कि आपके घर पे तो ताला लगा है, योर हाउस इज लॉक्ड, आपके मम्मी पापा शॉपिंग करने गए हुए हैं. सो व्हाट डू यू डू? यू सी कि आपके नेक्स्ट डोर नेबर जो है उनकी आप बेल की घंटी बजाते थे. यू रिंग देयर डोर बेल. After ringing their doorbell, the person opens the gate and they're like, "Oh, auntie, what can I do? My parents are not at home. Can I sit for 5 minutes at your home?" ठीक है. So auntie is like, "Yeah, sure. क्यों, कोई नहीं, एक आधा घंटा बैठ जाओ बेटा, क्या हो गया?" ठीक है. तो you sit at the sofa very comfortably and आंटी कम्स एंड आस्क कि बेटा आप पानी पियोगे? यू लाइक, हाँ आंटी पानी ही ठीक है. यस आई कैन हैव अ ग्लास ऑफ वाटर, बट इट विल बी वेरी हेल्पफुल इफ यू कैन गिव मी अ कप ऑफ कोल्ड कॉफी और a glass of cold coffee. So with a small request you started that, can I stay at your home for a house? And then you are like, अब तो हम एकदम यहाँ के राजा महाराजा. आंटी अगर स्नैक्स भी हो जाते तो और अच्छा होता है.
आंटी अगर खाना भी खिला दो तो थोड़ा मजा ही आ जाए.
हाँ जी, मैं तो यहीं पे बैठ जाऊंगा, आप बस मेरे को रख लो अपने पास, मम्मी डैडी आते रहेंगे. All right. So, what exactly happens? This actually also happens when charity persons ask you, and you get down from the metro door, and they give you a very good morning, and they're like, "Would you like to sign this petition?" And then later they ask you if you can make a small donation. So you take out a 10 rupee note, and they're like, the minimum is 50, but since you're already giving the 10 rupee note, you feel like, oh, now I have to give the 50 or a 100 rupee note. So this tactic can be actually be used. Then we have door in the face technique. बहुत popular है. Door in the face technique में क्या होता है? You actually make a very large and unreasonable request. ठीक है. But what happens? आपका main aim था, you wanted to make a smaller request only all along. So the person agrees due to reciprocal concessions. कैसे होता है? क्या होता है? Suppose what do you do? Sorry, I marked that. So in door in the face technique, you actually make a very large unreasonable request and then move on to the smaller one. Suppose what I usually do with my dad is like, if I have to, if I'm in the need of funds and I don't have so much funds, so I ask my dad, ki, Dad, can I have, 6,000 or 7,000 rupees? And he's like, why, beta, what do you want? So I'll be like, Dad, I want to buy something or something. He'll be like, no, 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 beta, not this is like, why do you want this and whatnot? वैसे तो मना नहीं करेंगे, but I'm just giving an example. So I'm like, okay, no worries. If you can't give me this much amount of money, can you please give me 2,000 or 3,000 rupees? Which was actually my main goal because I wanted to hang out with my friends at a cafe. All right. So I made a larger request and then I, descended down to a smaller request because that this person would be thinking कि हाँ इतनी बड़ी मदद तो नहीं कर पाएंगे हम, but हम ये छोटी सी मदद तो कर ही सकते हैं आपकी. All right. And lastly, the other option we have is low ball procedure or low ball technique, wherein you get commitment at a low cost, and when you actually move towards. I'll just give an example of a low ball technique. Suppose you buy a Dyson, ठीक है? You will be like, oh my God, this is very cheap on a Black Friday sale and whatnot. And when you go and get the bill, and the hidden charges come in, GST and whatnot, and the price raises. ठीक है? So since you have already made the commitment of buying that item, you are complied or you are in compliance to buy that item at the कैश रजिस्टर. ऑलराइट. So ये है, and that's not all is the same as I've already told you कि एक पे एक फ्री. अगर आप ये लेंगे तो नहीं 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 नहीं, आपको सिर्फ ये नहीं मिलेगा. अगर आप 500 रुपए का और इसमें सामान खरीदते हैं तो आपको ये भी साथ में मुफ्त मिलेगा. All right. Other than that, we have deadline technique. आज के 12 बजे तक ही ये ऑफर चलेगा आपका. Then seats will be full. You won't be able to purchase anything. Then we have playing hard to get wherein it actually works on the principle of scarcity. All right. Playing hard to get is suppose 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 someone actually likes a person and that person is like, okay, but I don't like you that much. Call me after 3 to 5 days, and then you call that person 3 to 5 days again, and that person is like giving you attitude and saying that, oh, yes, I will go out with you. However, let's just go for a coffee once, and if I have time, I'll need to check. So, they are playing hard to get, they're becoming more desirable in the sense. All right, this tactic is actually used all over the world. All right, moving on. Moving on, we have, yes, we have another question. You can quickly read this and then give the answer.
Come on, I'm not getting any answers.
This actually comes under organizational
Organization as well as motivation. What
motivation.
is? No one?
अरे कोई बात नहीं बेटा. Herzberg's two-factor theory states that
Okay,
hygiene
there is a
factors are.
question mark answer. Okay, let's try to understand our ना. Yeah, okay, Himanshi, continue.
हाँ. So, hygiene factor. First of all, you should know that Herzberg की two factors theory है. एक होती है hygiene factors, and then you have motivating factors. So hygiene factors are those factors that actually prevent dissatisfaction. However, they do not actually create satisfaction. All right, these are the basic necessities or the basic needs, and they are very external to the job. Suppose if I am working, I expect my salary to be credited timely. ठीक है? I want job security. I want good working conditions. I want a good manager and good supervision. However, what are motivating factors? This actually leads to true job satisfaction that we have, wherein we want the motivation or the performance. We want to feel recognized, and we focus more on growth and advancement. So this is the true job satisfaction. All right, and they are very intrinsic to the job. In the sense, ये आपकी internal characteristics को reflect करता है. All right, that yes, you are actually happy and you are satisfied with how you are working. All right, wherein in contrast to hygiene factor, they are just preventing the dissatisfaction. not correlated to happiness at all. You're just getting your salary, and that is it. That's the like the bare minimum that the company can give you are the hygiene factors. All right. So in this, hygiene factors are basically they prevent dissatisfaction, but they do not actually increase any kind of satisfaction. Okay. All right. Moving on. Yes. According to the Big Five model, conscientiousness reflects. बताओ. पहले
So
तो
it is
आपको ये
clear, Vishnu Priya, why it is not D. Sorry to interrupt, Himanshi.
which question, Vaishali?
The previous one. I
This.
was
Why?
asking from the Vishnu Priya, she answered D, so I am asking that it is clear now.
ठीक है बेटा.
No response. हाँ आ
Oh,
गया. Okay. Yes, clear.
okay. Cool, cool, cool. All right. So according to the Big Five model, what exactly is the Big Five model? Who can answer? चलो चलो जल्दी बताओ. We have only two more questions.
I have get two answers for this. C. But
C
only
says,
C. Like only two answers? Come on.
guys, we want participation. Anyways, Big Five model by Macosta.
One more answer.
Macosta and McCrae. I think the spelling is wrong. AE. The Macosta and McCrae इसको हम ocean theory भी कहते हैं. Ocean theory, canoe theory, wherein neopia is the test that they have given. Big Five model में you have five factors. कौन कौन से है वो five factors? O से openness to experience. Then E for anyone.
E for? Okay, ask me. Tell extroversion.
Hmm. Then we have, and lastly we have neuroticism.
Okay, I got all from Sharmit 3. I don't know if I pronounce it right or not. Sharmit 3.
Good. Lastly
Very
we
good.
have neuroticism. I think it's neuro.
N-E. N-E.
Hmm. Any na?
Hmm.
Neuroticism. So what exactly is openness to experience? That you are, want to you are open to new and novel experiences. You want to explore. Fun loving, and you don't have that much of rigid mentality and rigid ideology. Conscientiousness is basically organized. Organized. You're disciplined. Extrovertness, you are easy to talk to and you are open regarding certain, you like talking to other people. Agreeableness, likableness. People like you for who you are. And neuroticism is basically you can be moody and in contrast you have emotional stability. ठीक है? Herein आपके जो दो scales हैं they are actually taken from EPI, Ising's personality inventory और Ising's theory of personality. कौन कौन से दो है वो? Ising's theory of personality से जो लिए गए हैं. Though which dimensions have been taken from Ising's personality or are influenced from Ising's personality theory? Extroversion and न्यूरोटिसिज्म, ठीक है। पेन मॉडल अगर हम कहें तो उस आइजेंक का। ऑलराइट, आगे बढ़े। I need some water. This is our last, I would say, question for today. बताइए, इंडियन साइकोलॉजी से है, यूनिट 1, इमर्जेंस ऑफ साइकोलॉजी, ईस्टर्न इन्फ्लुएंसेस। According to the Taittiriya Upanishad, Jiva, human being, is a multi-layered entity. Arrange those layers in order. You have Vigyanmaya Kosha,
I'm getting
Annamaya
answers.
Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Anandmaya Kosha, and Pranamaya Kosha. I feel like I'm in KBC.
I'm getting answers.
Yes.
The students are saying three. Option number three, I guess.
Answer number 3, C.
Three ही है उसमें.
Are you sure?
Students, read again.
I'm actually trying to trick them. It's actually 3. How so? Let's read. What exactly is Taittiriya Upanishad? So, according to Taittiriya Upanishad, a human being or Jeev is actually understood as a 5-layered structure, जिसे हम कहते हैं पंचकोश. ठीक है? So this idea is the idea is that our existence is not just the physical body, but has multiple inner layers from gross to subtle. So one by one, let's cater to. Firstly, you have Annamaya Kosha. Annamaya Kosha क्या था? Anna means food. Alright, so this is the physical body, which is made out of food. The outermost, the most visible layer. Alright. After that, you have Pranamaya Kosha. Pran, if I say Pran means Jaan हमारी life, the life energy or the breath of life. So this is the vital energy layer. All right, this layer is actually responsible for all other physiological functions such as breathing. Then you have Manomay Kosha. If I know Hindi or a bit of Sanskrit, I'll be able to do it. Mano means man. Hamara man, or man actually comes from the word manas. And manas actually means mind. Okay? So this is the mental or emotional layer. Manas is also referred to in Charvak. Manas you have, what do you say? Ahankar. Then you have Chit. I'm forgetting one. There are 4 things. Buddhi, Manas, Ahamkar, Buddhi, and Chit. So that comes under what do you say? I forgot it.
I think the part of the consciousness it is.
Part of the yogic cognition. मेरे
Hmm.
yogic cognition. So that Manas and this Manome is like different. All right, but Manas actually refers to the mind and the mental or emotional layer in this Taittiriya Upanishad. All right. And this actually, governs our thoughts, our emotions, or the sensory processes. In yogic cognition, Manas is actually referred to the perception and the sensory processing unit. Then we have Vijnanamaya Kosha. Vijnanamaya Kosha, Vigyan, science, the intellect. All right. intellect or the knowledge. So this is the intellectual and discriminative layer. It is connected to our wisdom, our insight, our decision-making process, and last but not the least, we have Anandmay Kosh, Anand, which means bliss. You know, the peace that we get, the innermost spiritual layer. And this layer is actually associated with, deep joy and connection with our consciousness. तो if I have to see, सबसे पहले आता है आपका अन्नमय कोश, then you have प्राणमय कोश, then you have मनोमय कोश, उसके बाद है विज्ञानमय, lastly we have आनंदमय. ठीक है? And that gives you your last answer. Alright? Are we clear on this? Great. A few more minutes and then we can actually wrap up. And if you have any questions, cutoff क्या हो सकती है आपकी? You will get 3 cutoffs. One is PhD, then you have PhD plus net, and then you have PhD plus net plus JRF. Alright, let's focus on each aspect. If you are actually qualifying for PhD cutoff, which will be actually lower than the JRF and NET cutoff, PhD cutoff will be, your score will be valid for 1 year. In that 1 year, you can actually apply to a PhD in any of the institutions. ठीक है, and this score आपका जो PhD का होगा that will be valid for 1 year. However, your net score is actually valid for life. All right. Then your JRF, if you actually clear the JRF cutoff and then your JRF is actually, applicable or valid till 3 years. Vaishali, do correct me if I'm wrong.
No, it is 3 years, right?
It is 3 years. Earlier, I think it was 5 years, but now they have reduced it to 3 years or whatnot.
Yes,
Um,
they have reduced it.
ठीक है, तो आपका गोल, आपका एम कितना स्कोर होना हो सकता है? बताइए. What should be your score? What should be your aim in a 300 mark exam? What is your actually aim? What do you aim for? Guys, बताइए.
I'm not getting any answers. For GRF by Swastika, 240. I think 240 is less.
This time the cutoff for JRF was actually 256 and you should not stop at 256. आपका एम होना चाहिए 300 में से 300. 300 out of 300. बेटा इतना पढ़ो, इतनी मेहनत करो, study so much and so hard that you are actually able to clear this exam and इतना पढ़ो कि बेटा next time आपको एग्जाम ना देना पड़े. Make your motto like I will write this exam only this time and I will clear this exam this time. All right. Focus on focus क्या होना चाहिए? Focus on marking the answer correct. Alright, फिर तो 256 भी क्या? You can even score higher than 256 than 260 and whatnot.
Uh,
Alright, क्या पता किसी के 300 में से 300 आ जाए. ठीक है? सो यू डोंट हैव टू बी स्केयर्ड, यू कैन एक्चुअली डू इट। क्योंकि अब ये सोचो, जिसके 256 आए थे उसने एक्चुअली सोचा था कि मेरे 256 है कि नहीं। यू हैव टू स्टडी, यू हैव टू वर्क वेरी हार्ड, एंड just think about how you can actually give back to your parents and the sacrifices that you have made. How many hours do you study? How many hours?
Sorry to interrupt Himanshi again.
Hmm.
So for Arya, I wanted to say that she or he, I don't know. So she said that I attempted June cycle 2025. That was my first attempt. I was
Hmm.
not prepared for it, but I managed to get 205.6. Most of my mistakes were in paper two, which was very surprising because I was worried about paper one the most. For me, it's more of a silly mistake than anything. So, Arya, yes, totally. Like for paper one, it is easy for in the June cycle, but the paper two was very lengthy. So I totally get it because of like you said, no, that you had some silly mistake because the paper is lengthy. Like लगता है कि टाइम अपने पास बहुत सारा है, like 3 hours है and we have to do just 150 questions. But the psychological part and the psychology paper, it is very very lengthy. Like हर एक क्वेश्चन बहुत lengthy होगा. At least आप you need to take at least 1 minute for one question. वो भी वो वाली कह रही जिसमें तुमको फटाफट से पढ़ के आंसर पता चल जाएगा. So that's why the silly mistakes happen. मतलब क्या होता है हम जल्दी जल्दी बचाते हैं और उसके चक्कर में ना हम सही से क्वेश्चन को पढ़ नहीं पाते हैं. Okay, so it will be like very beneficial for all of you कि that you just try to read the question as accurately in the first attempt as you can. तो यहाँ पे टाइम सेफ हो जाएगा आप लोगों का. ओके हिमांशी.
All right. Thank you, Vaishali. So, how many hours should I study? The maximum time that you can allot, just because only 30 days are left, give it your all. दिन दिन में पढ़ो, रात में पढ़ो, हर टाइम पढ़ो. Better than going on your phone and scrolling again and again and again and just checking कि ओ एडमिट कार्ड कब आएगा, ओ सिटी इंटीमिटेशन कब आएगा, ओ व्हेन विल माय सेंटर बी अलॉटेड एंड व्हाट नॉट. सब आ जाएगा, आपका एडमिट कार्ड भी आ जाएगा, सिटी इंटीमिटेशन भी आ जाएगा, डेट्स भी आ जाएगी, सब आ जाएगा, बट ये टाइम नहीं आएगा जो आपने वेस्ट करा है इन सब चीजों को ढूंढने के लिए. when we will be giving you updates, ठीक है? You don't need to worry about anything कि एडमिट कार्ड कब रिलीज होगा, सिटी इंटीमेशन कब होगी, कब नहीं होगी. यू फोकस ऑन व्हाट यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर, दैट इज फॉर द एग्जाम. इन these 30 days, give the hours that you can actually give the maximum hours. आई वोंट से कि हाँ 14 घंटे, 15 घंटे, 18 घंटे नींद ही मत लो, डोंट स्लीप एट ऑल, नो. Along with giving the maximum hours, try to sleep 7 to 8 hours every day to increase your retention power, to give peace and calmness to your mind. Of how many hours you study depends on whether you are working or not working. If you are just a student, you are staying at home, get up, take a bath, do your morning ritual or morning routine, and then sit and revise. You can study in blocks, you can study via Pomodoro techniques, you can study whatever suits you the best, because not one shoe fits all. I will not give you कि like हाँ आप आपको ये करना चाहिए, फिर ये करना चाहिए, फिर ये करना चाहिए. I will not be giving you any routine because you know what actually works best for you. But sit and start giving mock exams, mock tests for both. जो वर्किंग प्रोफेशनल्स होते हैं, they can actually revise while commuting. I used to do that because I was working at that time. I can understand the mental and physical toll this preparation must be taking for you. But hey, it will be all worth it once you have actually cleared that cutoff. All right. So start giving the mocks. Then you can revise. Focus on your weak areas. If you are marking a question incorrectly, why is that question incorrect? All right. For the people who are actually working, I would suggest that whatever time you are getting, study in that time. All right, I know you must be having your household responsibilities, खाना बनाना है, बच्चों को देखना है, and whatnot, whatever your responsibilities are, because you know your life better. However, give yourself at least 4 hours. If you have a lengthy commute, 1 hour can be, that commuting back and forth from the place, and then other 3 hours can be after you have, come home. Because if you want to actually crack this exam, you have to sacrifice a few things, but you can and you will be able to do it. Alright? क्या करना है हमें? मेजर फोकस क्या होना चाहिए इन आवर लास्ट 30 days? PYQs. Maximum to maximum past year questions that you can actually do. Then आप हम आपकी कैसे हेल्प कर सकते हैं? We'll be posting daily PYQs and daily questions, daily MCQ practice. Along with it, if you are marking any question incorrectly, why did you mark it incorrect? ठीक है? तो remediate the mistakes. You can, for remediating the mistakes, you can actually make a correction copy. Write those particular topics in that notebook. So that once you are actually revising, when there's only 15 days need, when there's only a 1 week left, you can actually go through it and then see whether you are making that mistake again and again and again or not.
And
Then
specifically the worker, like the people who are working, they can,
Mhm.
make the correction notebook by just, either take the screenshot of the MCQ or
Hmm.
just paste it on your, Google Doc or notes kind of thing. And just, go through with it while commuting. So एक थोड़ा सा ना idea हो जाएगा ऐसा question था, ऐसा answer था. So it will be helpful.
Once you have actually identified the wrong MCQs, then focus key which topic is or which unit you need to focus more on. Whether it's unit two, whether it's biological basis का neurotransmitters है, that each and every time you are attempting a PYQ, you are making a mistake. Then you revise that particular topic and other topics as well. Just because you are focusing on your weaker areas doesn't mean that you will overlook your topics that are actually your strength. You need to revise each and everything on those 10 units. What I would suggest is make a spreadsheet, whether physical or digital. Make a spreadsheet and then manually check out कि हाँ हमने ये कर लिया है, ये कर लिया है, ये कर लिया है. I used to do that. I have done this many PYQs, and I have completed revision of this unit and this unit and this unit, and I have revised this unit several times. All right. For PYQ, suppose I gave PYQ of 2025 का मैंने जून का दिया. उसमें मेरा स्कोर आया 200, सपोज हाइपोथेटिकली. एंड देन अगेन इन 2024 का दिसंबर वाला पेपर अटेम्प्ट किया, तो मेरे आए 208. 2025 का 4 का जून का करा, उसमें मेरे आए 215. सो by writing this down somewhere physically, you can actually see that whether your score is increasing or decreasing. All right. And if it is decreasing, where you made that particular mistake, make that
And
check.
if it is fluctuating also, ऐसा ना 2025 in June you score 200, but in 2024 December you score, let's say, 198. Then
Hmm.
also it is okay. Sometimes fluctuation happen because of the, the difficulty level of people. So ऐसा नहीं है कि anxious हो के हमें मतलब करना ही नहीं है आगे. So it's okay.
All right. So last 30 day की strategy, I think I've already discussed. However, I will write here neatly. क्या करना है आपको? PYQs, MCQs. You can watch revision videos and high yielding हाई यील्डिंग टॉपिक्स जो होते हैं ना, उनकी वीडियोस आप देखिए। ओहो, like the learning theories, operant conditioning, schedules of reinforcement, and whatnot. You have Indian psychology से बहुत कुछ पूछ रहे हैं, ऋग्वेद वेद्स पूछ रहे हैं, उपनिषद्स पूछ रहे हैं, all right. And don't overlook पेपर वन। आपको पेपर वन करना ही है, all right. Might be that paper one पे ज़्यादा ध्यान नहीं दिया, you were unable to focus more on paper one and hence you didn't score, that much. So don't overlook it. All the 20 units for paper one and paper two are of equal importance. ऐसा नहीं है कि ये unit कम आएगा, ये unit ज़्यादा आएगा. How might be that sometimes they focus more on a particular unit, but all the units are equal and you need to revise everything. Do's and don'ts, revise daily. हर दिन पढ़ना है, ऐसे नहीं कि वो आज मन नहीं कर रहा, कल मन नहीं करना. You have to give this exam only this time. Don't even think of giving this exam again. ठीक है? So just be done with this so that you can focus on more important things that are going to come after you have cleared this exam. ठीक है? Try to give weekly mocks, or I would suggest bi-weekly mocks as well. Week में 2 बारी. Try to write short notes for stats or any of the subject. You can make flow charts or diagrams and cheat sheets, right? Solve PYQs topic wise. All right. And avoid reading 10 books and 10 sources कि इधर से भी ये ले लेता हूँ, इधर से भी ये लेता हूँ, इसका मटेरियल भी पढ़ लेता हूँ, उसका मटेरियल भी पढ़ रहा हूँ. And never skip stats or research methodology or any other topic that you are actually preparing for. ठीक है, ये मत सोचना कि हाँ इस बार ये नहीं करेंगे, इससे कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं आएगा, ऐसा नहीं होता है. Lastly, I know this master class or this informative session actually went on for a while. Our main aim, if you don't know what to do or how to do it, where to revise from, we are actually launching a 15-day practice and revision MCQ camp. All right, wherein we'll be giving you, you'll get daily 50 mocks and daily PYQs test from, separate units, and recordings will also be given. And 1 day left nahi hai. The offer is not ending soon. We have extended it till 10th of December. So if you are thinking you can enroll in this, all right. आइए हमारे साथ practice करिए. We will have chill and fun sessions along with practice as well. And you will clear a few of the concepts that you think were सर के ऊपर से जा रहा था और unable to understand. All right. These are the details that we are offering. 15-day practice set. We'll actually share a link over the groups, so wherein you can actually enroll into that. ठीक है? 10th December तक.
And we will be doing the live sessions for for your doubt clarification. Like after our sharing of the PYQs and the MCQ, and if you have any doubt in any question, in the live of that you can ask from the educators. So it will be helpful, or even the topic also. It will be
Hmm.
helpful.
Yes, exactly. And you will share a drive link with you. As you can see, there are important documents, lecture recordings है. Then you have paper one mocks, 30 mocks हम आपको दे रहे हैं. Paper two के mock tests हम आपको दे रहे हैं. PYQs of paper one and paper two, and weekly full marks. So you have a lot of material. You don't need to, go here and there and look for the resources. We are actually curating the resources for you. All right. So this is a one-stop solution for you all. ठीक है? And lastly, if you have any questions or if you have anything to ask or anything to say, I would love to, answer few of your doubts. We are here for another 2 to 3 minutes, and I think Vaishali, then we can, wrap up.
Yes, totally. Anyone? Is there any question? You can even put it in the chat box if it's comfortable for you.
Or if you are shy or if you don't want to, speak up right now, you can actually, reach out to us anytime you want. We'll try to help you out. All right?
Is there any question? Um,
I think majority of the
okay.
people have already left. Ajay, Arya,
Yeah, the
Bharti,
majority left, and there's one, no doubts. Thank you. Okay, thank you everyone joining for the session, joining for with us for the workshop, and we really hope that you can able to qualify your examination in the future, upcoming future, and just do your best. Okay, Manji, I think it's we have to wrap up now.
all right, thank you so much for joining in. Um, I hope you actually learned something from this session and gained some more clarity regarding how you are going to, plan your 30 days. Time come here, but the point is you have to give it your all. All right?
Thank you, Swastika. Thank you, everyone.
All right, Vaishali, please wrap up.